Yes, people, welcome to Leicester Premier League. Pulisic with the away goal. Chelsea are going to win the Champions League. If they don't, they have zero chest at all. Tuchel, the breast surgeon, is back in the house. The away goal, crucial. But before we get into all of that, like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and go check all our socials. They are all on the ticker below. Make sure you check out No Context, LTPL. Yes, that's the one. Because that, whoever I put in charge of that is a legend. That's for sure. Their name shall remain undisclosed for the time being. We got some comments here. Adin. I'm not. I'll call you AJ. Go Real. Loving it. Matt saying Chelsea is shit losing at home. And it's Timo Werner. How's he missed that? We'll get into Timo Werner, I'm sure. I didn't actually get to see this miss, but let's start with Timo, right? So Timo did a Timo today. I didn't see it, but apparently it was a horrific miss. How's he missed that?
I don't have words. The man was... I don't understand how you miss. I'm pretty sure a 2-year-old could get that in the back of the net. I'm pretty sure a lion could get that in the back of the net. I'm pretty sure a giraffe could get that in the back of the net. I'm pretty sure an elephant, a hippo, an ostrich, a flamingo, and flamingo stands on one leg, and I'm pretty sure they could get it in. But oh no, Timo Werner. Well, he decides that he just doesn't know what the back of the net is. I mean, he's got his one tap in, and apparently that counts as a goal. No, hun, I don't want to tap in. Like, that should have been a goal, and you messed up. Like, we should have been finishing 2-1, but because of Timo Werner, we're not.
Yeah, no, I do hear that. Russ, what about you? How was finding Timo missed that one?
Good save, to be fair.
Not even you believe that, right?
No, it was a decent save, to be honest with you. Like, you know, he put it on target and Courtois got it. Like, you know, you can't... Obviously, he should be scoring, but at the same time, Courtois, we all know Courtois is a very good keeper. I think he was, 6.5 hours without conceding a goal before this game. You know, I mean, he put it on target, which is more than I expected. So,
well, to be fair, it is Timo.
I can't be too mad at him. You know, it wasn't like he fucking blasted it wide. You know,
and he should have, because it's Timo Werner at the moment.
Well, exactly. Like, it wouldn't have surprised me in the slightest if he had blasted it wide. But no, he put it on target. It was a good save from Courtois, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I do hear that. What about you, Andrew? Finding Timo's back again?
Yeah, it wasn't like West Ham on Saturday. You know, when you're going, you don't even have an explanation for it. I don't know whether I don't know whether he's thinking Pulisic is going to head it to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. You know. But we're now getting. We're getting to a point now where I'm going. Timo's missed, and I'm going. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and
it's a bit like when our goal conceded a goal. I'm like, really? With that defense, I'm not surprised.
Once again, though, probably a bit more. People will be saying if he's more clinical, we would have won the game. It's not. I don't want to say it's not really costing us at this moment in time. Yeah. If you understand what I'm saying. We'll see after the second leg, obviously, but yeah, Timo missed again. I mean, you know, it's like night follows day, isn't it? Really, you know, it's just predictable at this moment in time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that kid. All I do know is Tuchel's going to need a strong amount of counselling after working with Timo. That is for absolutely sure. But what about you, Slen? Timo, he's back. I mean, this is the Timo that I'm sure we all love and adore deeply. And
I don't know why you're all coming at Timo. I thought he had a good game, and I can't count that as a miss. That was a very good stop from Courtois. Yeah, with his right foot. We know he's a good goalkeeper, but that was a good save. You can't call that a miss. That's a good save. And yeah, so he had a good game, actually. Yeah, and that's not something you say every day when Timo Werner plays. Yeah, he did what he was told to do. Just run at those defenders, try to finish, which he never did today, but he had a good game. He had a good game. Better than what we see from Timo.
What you're saying is you've bought a German Dan James then.
I'm just not gonna say much because I can see Charlotte squirming. So I thought
she's having a breakdown.
Russ, Niall, if you want to make a cup of tea or anything, go do it.
It's okay. I've got a lovely beer to savour this one with. So crack on, Charlotte.
Crack on, Charlotte.
How are you telling me that Werner didn't have a bad game? How are you telling me? We are the reason. He is the reason we are not 2-1. And anyone that comes at me and says, "Oh, but it was a good save," but he should have done better. So don't come at me with, Courtois made it. No, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Do you not think it was a good save, though?
No.
You
I
don't?
think it was poor.
God.
From where Werner, yes, Courtois is a good goalkeeper, cool story, but fact is, Courtois shouldn't have got to the ball. It should have gone in the back of the net, and anyone debating me is wrong. And that's a fact. Werner should be getting it in the back of the net. And if you're telling me that Werner is not the reason we're not 2-1 up, then you obviously didn't watch the same match. Firstly, this is the first match he's actually had some shots on target. They didn't go in the back of the net, but he's had some shots on target. Shall we all give him a chocolate coin for doing that? Shall we all be like, "Here's your chocolate coin, hun. You've just got your gold star."
I've heard he prefers plastic gold medal.
But I'm sorry, how can you even debate?
If you ask me who...
Yeah, carry on. Go on.
If you ask me who cost us this match, I would say Chilwell. I'm sorry. Chilwell is the person whom... Actually, let me start here.
I'm sorry. Did you watch the same match as me?
Yes. That Madrid goal came as a result of Chilwell making a stupid decision. Like, you have acres of space in front of you. You are alone.
If you want to start blaming people... If you want to start blaming people, Mason Mount was defending him.
You're blaming Timo Werner. Jesus Christ.
No. Hold on. The Benzema goal was unstoppable. It doesn't matter what you say. Let's be realistically.
If we won one of those headers that we lost in the box,
I'm sorry.
It wouldn't have happened if we won one of those two headers. Yeah, we lost. How do you lose two headers in your box? How do you lose two headers in your box? Then, for the second time in a Champions League match, Charles, you consider no.
Okay, well then blame Mason Mount because Mason Mount was defending. Mason Mount was defending Benzema. So if you want to blame anyone, you blame Mason Mount. But until then, pipe down.
It shouldn't be Mason Mount's job to defend Benzema.
I'm not saying
Why is it Mason Mount's job to defend Benzema? They're number 9. Why is that one of our midfielders trying to mark the number 9?
Does anyone want to let me speak, or are you just going to keep chatting?
You speak whenever you like anyway, so crack on.
I do. I know I do. My job. It's my job to be a gobby twat, Russ. We all know that.
She is from Essex, Russ, so you sort of have to understand that bit as well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, like, if you're going to be like, "Oh, we should have won headers," it's not like our players weren't jumping for headers. Let's be realistic here. It's not like they were just stood on the floor with their arms crossed or they didn't actually attempt to jump. They were on par with the Real Madrid players. They were just unlucky. Like that's not anybody's.
I get that.
Let me finish.
Stop. I want to read some comments. I'll go get my whistle in a minute if I have to.
Please do. We're doing my nutting already.
Matt's saying because he's shit.
Yes.
Matt, worry about your own Europa League.
Werner. I think it's a bit harsh. Was a decent save as well. Nice of Timo Werner to make our front four not look so bad. Timo Werner making the guy called Marshall look good.
No. He's not that bad.
Big up to Professor Matt saying, how's Werner the reason Christensen was at fault for Benzema's goal? So Matt blaming Christensen for it. Professor saying, happy to speak. Once I've controlled this, the Chelsea lot and sorted that out, we may open the lines depending on how late. Not you, Andrew. I think you know exactly I'm not blaming you. Or
it's me.
It's Charlotte and Slen having a little bit of an argument. Matt saying no goals unstoppable. No, I hear that. I do hear that.
Well, that's just false, isn't it?
Yeah. Well done, Michael Owen. We do have Michael Owen. He's in disguise today. He's actually come with the name MSC, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But the first goal. Let's talk about the first goal. Let's try and get a little bit of positivity in here, shall we? What a goal! Yeah. What a bit of brilliance from Pulisic. The way he's sort of got past about 3 players and smashed it into the net. Like,
yeah. I always I've said this. I think I said this to you a couple of times now. If he stays fit for the rest of the season, it's like getting a £60 million player in late March, April. He is that good. That's all. I've only been critical of Pulisic, not of his game, just of his injuries. Just so much to get injured. If he stay, and have you noticed recently, guys, he's been getting hacked to pieces in these games. I don't know what they've been giving him, but he's getting up. He's being fit. He's ready to go. He took that. Can I just say what a pass from Rudiger to get it to? I mean, what a pass from Rudiger to set him up for that pass, but. Pulisic still had to do all that hard work around Courtois, and then it came off around. Doesn't matter. It's a goal. Take it. But Pulisic, man, if we can keep him, if he stays fit, we can keep him fit. He can be the actual. He can be a difference. That's why I like. When we're playing this system and we use Pulisic, I love this system because we get the best. We get Pulisic on the ball. He was great tonight.
If he can stay fully fit and in form, he's our best player.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I'll stand by that. And I've always rated him since the day we got him. That you can see that there's something very special about him. And if he stays fit and in form, he's incredible.
Yeah,
he's untouchable.
Well, he was part of the. We were battering him the first 20 minutes. We should have been. At least a minimum of 2 goals up 100%. Before they scored. I mean, Kante was doing backflips near the penalty area. That's how dominant we were. We should have. Funny saying it was dominant. We should have tested that. We should have tested Courtois more. I felt, stuff like that. But we should have been at least 2-0 up. Maybe they wouldn't even scored that goal.
It's the same old story with us, isn't it? It's the finishing that lets us down.
I mean, you forgot that.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Put in a great cross. Werner he couldn't get there, so I'm not blaming Werner.
Literally, it's not even getting the ball in the box. We can do that. We've shown we're capable of that. But like everyone keeps saying, it literally is that finishing of getting the ball in the back of the net. However, Pulisic, man, his goal was beaut. You just running around Courtois like the little snake. He was on the floor and Pulisic was just running around them I mean, I know everybody knows I have a Pulisic agenda based on injuries. Just to clarify that one. I've always said he's capable of becoming a player if he's not injured. But it is always a worry when you see him get taken down like that. Mm-hmm. You're like every time it happens, I'm like, oh my God, please don't be serious.
I cringe every time he gets tackled.
Yeah, but he is on form at the minute and he's becoming one of our best players right now. And I need that to continue. So every time he gets tackled, I'm like, But I'm not going to lie, I don't know what they've given him because his bones are like metal, not like chocolate anymore. They don't just like crack.
I
They're
don't know
like
what's
this.
going on with him lately,
I
but
know,
like Andrew said earlier,
literally.
he's been hacked. He's been hacked to pieces in every game lately,
Literally.
and he still hasn't got injured. So that's such a promising sign.
I don't play him. I don't play him against Fulham. I rest him. I rest him against Fulham, and because you can play Havertz and Ziyech against Fulham, and that should be good enough to win. You save Pulisic for next Wednesday, and you and you unleash him again. You play the same team. If you can, you play the same team as much as possible.
I mean, I'd make a change. I would make a change though. I would like to see in next Wednesday as our starting 11 as Havertz, Pulisic, and Mount as our front three. And there is only one reason for that, and that is because it's the only you can bring Werner on if you have to. Like we have 5 sub, that's cool, but it's the only time that they've started that we've got over 2 goals. We got 4 goals against Crystal Palace. Like it doesn't hurt if they start in the Champions League. If it doesn't work, take Havertz off. But if it works, what have we got to lose? Like we have nothing to lose if we start them, and if it works out, that's great. If it doesn't, you can just bring Werner on for the pace. Like it's not a major issue.
No, I hear that. What about you, Slim? What did you make of the Pulisic goal?
What?
What did you make of the Pulisic goal?
Stop
it was amazing.
Huh? And pay attention to this
I stopped. I've already stopped. I was reading something here. Okay, it was an amazing goal. The way he controls the ball, skips past that snake. Actually, I saw I saw a tweet somewhere. Somebody wrote that he got that snake out of the hole, and he takes Courtois out of his goal and shoots. It was a nice goal. It got a slight deflection, but it was a good goal, a very good goal. Yeah.
No, I hear that. The weather. I don't normally talk about the weather, but it did seem to have a bit of an impact on the pitch, didn't it?
All right, Jurgen.
Okay, so I have.
What's your name, Ty? Is your name Ty now?
The only thing I want to say is, why the hell is Zidane got his hood up? He's got no hair. There's no hair to protect. Like you've got Tuchel.
Exactly, he's going to get a cold head, isn't he?
Yeah, but Tuchel had no hood on, and he's like his hair was getting wet. Zidane's got nothing to protect. There was obviously no brain cells with the lineup he put out and the way he put out. So,
do you know what though? I thought the rain actually. I don't know what it's going to sound mad. I thought when it was raining more, Real Madrid played better. And then when it stopped raining,
I was going to say
we played better. It was very strange.
Well, don't forget though, what you got to remember is they've been playing in this stadium with no roof for God knows how long. Yeah. So they're used to it, I guess.
But it's strange, right? It was because as soon as it started really downpouring, they started coming in the game and they scored their equaliser, and I think they were a better team up until half time. Then they didn't have chances, but they were better in possession, I thought. And then I thought the second half was a bit of a stalemate, really. No one really came out on top. But then when we brought our 3 subs on, it stopped raining and we had better control of the game. So, yeah, the weather, very strange. Yeah, I was worried because I'm starting to see the ball slow down a bit on the pitch when it's raining, or when it bounced like a big puddle coming up, and I thought, shit, don't do this. We've got enough fixtures. Don't put this off because of the weather, please. Don't do this.
No, I do hear that. But let's talk about their second goal. I'm sure this one's going to cause an argument. Who's to blame?
You mean their goal?
Yes.
There are a lot of mistakes.
I think Thiago
there are
Silva.
Like 5.
Sorry, mate.
Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva and Christensen looked like they were marking the same bloke, because Benzema, he was awfully free enough to touch the ball down and smack it in. So I don't know who that was, whether it was Christensen or Thiago were marking the wrong man.
Yeah.
But it's 2 headers though in the box. The first header you can sort of forgive. It's the second header I think it's Casemiro gets to and nods it on. But my question would be, why is Benzema free in the first place? And also, why has he then got time to touch it, chest it down and smash it in? Really, who was supposed to be marking Benzema? Because one of you guys lost him, or you weren't paying attention.
That's the thing, it's not Mason Mount's
Silva.
job, is it? Why
No,
has Mason Mount end up marking Benzema?
No. I get that point completely. But look at Thiago Silva. If you saw it like on the side angle, you just see him just go as if he's just watching it like he's a fan. And I'm like, actually, hun, you're supposed to be our most experienced defender. Do you want to do your job, please? Thank you. I don't actually think it was Rudiger. I think it's between Christensen and Thiago. For me, Thiago takes more of the blame because he literally just stood there and watched it. And he wasn't even near the defence. He was literally furthest away from them. So he could have seen that Benzema was free and he could have marked him, but he didn't.
I think it was just a mixture. It was a cluster of small mistakes by a lot of people. And that was the problem. We didn't win the first ball. Okay, fine. You didn't win the first ball. We didn't win the second ball, and that's where you've got a big problem.
Yeah,
you have to win one of them balls. You can't lose both of those balls.
There's no way Thomas Tuchel in practice said, "I want Mason Mount marking Benzema."
Exactly.
There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way. He's a perfect. You can tell he's a perfectionist when it comes to tactics and everything. There's no way. He's gone, a corner in the Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid in the first day. I want Mason Mount marking Benzema from a corner. There's no frigging way. I reckon Mount's gone to mark Benzema because he saw him just free at the last moment.
I think that's what it is. There. I think Mount realised that nobody was on him and tried to help out.
World-class striker, free in the middle. Who's the bloody else?
He's only got like 70 Champions League goals. So
exactly, I think he's only tied with Raul now in the all-time. But
arguably the one person you don't want to be left alone in the box.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. They're one big threat. Exactly. That he is their massive threat, and he got them. He already hit the post,
and especially from set pieces.
Velvet man saying I made notes of Mount's poor performance.
So you didn't use your pen then? I take it, Velvet.
I mean, Velvet man. In a bit, we will of course open the lines, and then you can come and explain what bad performance you're on about, because I'm not sure I completely agree with that. And they're saying cracking Madrid goal, to be fair. I predicted 1-1 what Tuchel has done is incredible, fair play to Tuchel. But Slen, who's at fault?
As I was saying, there are like 4 mistakes. First of all, you don't read the short corner. What you are taught as a kid is stop the cross. If you can't stop the cross, win the first header. If you can't win the header, be close to your man. Like, just make him not get the ball, control it, and smack it at the back of the net. Like, there were like 4 mistakes. First of all, Reece James, you don't stop the cross. Fine, that's okay. First header. I can't remember who won it, but it was Aspiricueta who was going to clear it, and he missed it completely. And the header comes to Benzema, who heads it, like he controls it and smacks it with all the space. Thiago Silva, I think there was a player down for Real Madrid, and I think he's the one who pushed Thiago Silva towards Mendy. And what you do as Christensen, just push your man, push him, just try anything. You don't give Benzema that space on the ball. Of course, he will do that.
No, I hear you. Why couldn't you score in the second half?
Do you know what I thought? What are you doing, Slen, man? Back away from the mic or put yourself on mute.
Sorry,
It's like you're
sorry.
scratching a bad record or something. Yeah,
Sorry.
I thought, it was very even. I thought they had, until we made the 3 subs, I thought they had a better handle of the game without actually doing anything. But then I credit Tuchel. We brought 3 players on and sort of freshened us up. But we didn't really press that much either as well. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe Tuchel was happy with the away goal. Maybe just happy with the away goal. Thinks he can. Because remember now, he can set up shop in the second leg and we go through in a 0-0 draw. Do you know what I mean? It's Madrid that have to score next week. Maybe you just thought, you know what? Look at the conditions. You know, if we hit them on a break, we'll still play the same. But let's not overexert ourselves. We still got a second leg still to go. We got the one thing we wanted, the away goal. If you take a draw, you take a draw away from home. You never take a 0-0 draw. You always take a score draw, no matter what. 1-0. We're set up. He can set up really defensively next week if he wants to, because he may have Kovacic back. You know what I mean? If he gets Kovacic back, you can see him playing them 3 and then pushing and playing Mount further forward, if you know what I mean, even more defensive. But yeah, I think both teams just cancel each other out, really. You know, nothing much. I don't. Yeah, we did. The reason we didn't score is because we didn't try. We didn't try to score those.
I think we knew that at 1-1 we were in the better position in the game. So rather than risk throwing men forward, we were sort of happy to just sort of let the game play out as it did. It was very even, to be honest with you, in the second half. I don't think either team particularly dominated the second half or created any spectacular chances. And I think it was a case of, like I said, we knew we were in a better position at 1-1 than they were.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Charles or Slen, one of you, why didn't you score in the second half? What was the problem?
We're just not clinical in that finishing part. Like, I can tell you, like, we can get the ball in the box easily. Doesn't faze me. Like, we were doing that quite often. It's getting the ball in the back of the net that we seem to be struggling with. Like, some of the crosses weren't great, to be honest. But we are getting it in the box. It's literally just from that final pass or the cross to get it into the net and the back in the goal, and we're struggling with that. We really are, and we've seen this all season. This isn't something we should all be shocked at. Like, we've dealt with this all season. It's not like it's brand new and all of a sudden we've all just decided not to be able to score. Like, it's been going on for a while. Like, the clinicalness in our final pass has been so poor this season. Like, I feel like we've only had, like, if you look at our goals, there have only been, like, I'd say a third of them that have actually been, like, out of this world. Like, that's impressive goals. The rest of them have literally been, like, a tap-in or, like, an easy goal. They haven't been, like, look at Giroud's goal. Look at, like, I'd even class Pulisic's goal as good. Like, I enjoyed that one. But look at Giroud's goal when he bicycle kicks it. Like, that's what we're not seeing. Any creativity. That's the word I've been looking for a minute. Creativity. There's no creativity in getting the ball at the back of the net.
So what you're saying is you're on Werner bicycle kicks, the full shebang, like.
No, I'm not even saying that.
I don't even think it's necessarily creativity. I think we're lacking like that Diego Costa type player. We don't need creativity. We need someone who's just simple, just puts the ball in the net. That's what we're lacking. Yeah, Harry Kane, Diego Costa. That's the sort of player we're lacking. You know, we need someone who's. We don't need. We don't need someone who's good at dribbling and doing. We need a player who's just simple, puts the ball in the net. You know, we've got the players to do the hard part. This is the frustrating thing, is that we have Pulisic, you know, and we've got these creative players, but we don't have anyone right now who is just clinical and just puts the ball in the net.
I'll
Yeah,
go
this-
call
this
Tammy if you want.
This is just a last thing on this. This team, the formation is built for a physical striker, a Diego Costa type, exactly, a Didier Drogba type. It's always built for a physical front man, and for then the others to feed off. Tuchel hasn't got that. Well, you say he hasn't got that. If they didn't know before, Giroud and Tammy, start speaking to your agents to get yourself out, because if you're not being bought on, I mean,
this is the one thing that does frustrate me is what do we have to lose by trying out Giroud or Tammy?
yeah, you're right.
Whoa.
No. Before you start, let me finish, okay? I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say Tammy's useless, blah blah blah. Like
that wasn't what I was gonna say, but okay.
Is he any worse than what we're seeing right now? Okay, and how do we know unless we give him a shot? Okay,
Yeah.
Can it be any worse than what we're currently seeing? To chuck Tammy on for 20 minutes and just give him a shot? Yeah,
Russ, I think I have an answer to your question.
No, hold on. I'm speaking here. Firstly, I am so happy to bring Giroud on. I've wanted Giroud. I think he's underrated. He needs to be brought on more. I agree with this. I actually think he should be brought on in the next Champions League game, because I think he'll do absolute wonders, especially if we've got if they've got players back. I think he'll actually do wonders. Secondly, Tammy Abraham was brought on our last match. What happened? Oh yeah, he missed a sitter just as bad as Werner, so they're both as bad as each other. So here's his solution. Here's the solution: we bring Werner on for his pace, and we just leave Bambi on ice on the side, and he can go to Aston Villa or West Ham next season, or maybe Brighton, and we just leave Giroud and Werner. That's my compromise. That's my I haven't dissed Tammy as a player. I've just said that he made an absolute abominable miss, Werner
agree.
did.
He should have scored that goal. I know exactly what you're talking about.
My
and
point
he should have scored that goal. But
when
at the
you're
same
given
time,
an opportunity, when you haven't played for so long, missing isn't a choice. Sorry, I know that sounds horrible, but
I 100%, I get where you're coming from, and he should have buried that chance. But
when
at the same
Tuchel is giving you that opportunity, you need to prove to him why he's giving you that opportunity.
But at the same time, as you just said, he hasn't played any football in God knows how long. He's had no minutes. You're not going to come back. You're not going to just hop off the bench. You're not just going to hop off the bench and suddenly be straight back in form, are you?
No, but if you know that your manager is not playing you for a reason, which I'm not being horrible here, Tuchel obviously isn't. There have been plenty of chances for Abraham to start, and he hasn't. So there's obviously a reason. So my point is that if you know your manager's not playing you and hasn't played you in a long ass time, and then decides to bring you on, my first thought would be, if I fuck this up, I'm not getting another chance.
I do get that, and like I said, I agree with you. He should have buried that chance.
I do understand that he hasn't played. I do understand that he hasn't played. I understand that as well. But
the thing is, right,
if you want to prove to your manager, getting a goal would have been the absolute icing on the cake.
Don't get me wrong, right? I'm not here to sing Tammy Abraham's praises and say that he's the best thing since sliced bread. But considering the limited amount of minutes he's had this season, he's still got more goals than all our other forwards. Last season, 15 goals for his first season in the Premier League. It's not a bad return on someone who is, essentially a championship striker, and that's what he's been so far in his career, is essentially a championship striker. And he was brought into a top 6 Premier League team.
Yeah.
And he bagged 15 goals last season. And that's not a bad return at all.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that there's got to be at a point where, for me, if we're looking at playing Giroud or Abraham, I'd rather play Giroud, especially in our upcoming games. I feel because these games, the problem is these we have 4 Premier League games left. We have an FA Cup final. We have another semi-final, then possibly a final. These are games that aren't. let's take a risk and see if Abraham can turn up kind of games. And I'm not being horrible. I don't want to sound horrible, but if he'd have started him a couple of weeks ago, I wouldn't have had an issue. But it's got to the point now where we have to win our next games. It's not like we can just take a draw. Like, dropping points in the Premier League isn't okay right now. And also losing to Real Madrid, for me, we're capable of beating them. We've shown that tonight when we've opened them up. Like, we've shown that. So my point is that, like, we can't afford to put Abraham in right now unless you want to bring him on as a sub right at the end when we're winning a game. But for me, you can't start him.
Maybe
not...
that is what we need to do to sort of get him back up.
I'm cool with that.
Back up, get him back playing a few minutes, even if it is like you say, even if it's just a few games where we're winning and you bring him on for 10, 20 minutes at the end of the game, get him playing. But the issue that I have with us selling him and keeping Giroud is that, in maybe a year's time, maybe 2 years at a push, Giroud is going to be out of the picture. He's going to be probably retiring within a few years.
That's my point of keeping him.
Well, yeah, but then
but this is how I see it. Yeah, but we are buying. There's been sources from Chelsea that have said we're buying a striker this season. I think that's quite obvious. But my problem is, so we buy a new striker, so it'll go new striker, Werner, then your third striker. Now, if you want Tammy Abraham to be your third striker, when he's actually going to be in the same position where he's not getting any minutes, he's not doing anything. He's literally at least Giroud at the end of his game. Giroud is towards the end of his career, so being third striker is good for him. It works for him. But Abraham needs minutes to improve and to get better. You need minutes on the pitch, and you need minutes on the pitch every week. Now, he's not going to get that at Chelsea. We all know that. Everyone's aware of that now. So the only way for him to go is to be sold. It's the only way that he's going to get minutes. And I'm not doing this because I'm like being a dick. I'm doing this because he needs to get minutes. He needs to get played. He's not going to get that at Chelsea.
But then we end up in a similar situation to Lukaku, where we've sold him, and now we're looking at buying him back for God knows how much money.
If that's the case, so be it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather have Harry Kane, Werner, and Giroud than Harry Kane, Werner, and Abraham. I'd rather have
that. It's not a long-term solution, is it? This is the issue I have with it. Is that that's...
Can I ask that question?
Yeah, but just to clarify, Tuchel's not a long-term solution either. But we're happy with that.
Well, we could be.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Strong, Shal.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who is saying we sell Tammy Abraham. And I can remember sometimes back, you were very adamant that we needed to sell Mason Mount. Are you sure? Are you sure this will not blow on your face again?
I've never said ever that we should sell Mason Mount. Have I said
you
we should sell Pulisic?
And
no. Hold on. No, because I'm going to defend myself here. I've never said Mason Mount.
Okay.
Have I said Pulisic? Yes. Have I said Ziyech? Have I said Werner? Have I said Jorginho? Have I said Rudiger? Have I said Thiago Silva? Have I said Kepa? Have I said basically everyone in the team apart from Kante, Mason Mount? Yeah, that's basically they're literally the only two people I haven't said I want to sell. I've been very dramatic this season, but I've never said Mason Mount.
I'll let that slide, but I can remember you said we can sell him, and I said if he was playing for a German team, he would cost us 112 million, and you said what?
I said this about Pulisic.
So let me talk about the second half. I'm the only one who hasn't spoken about the second half on what I think happened in the second half. So I think the second half was balanced, and what Chelsea did, we lost control of the midfield. We were not as dominant as we were in the first half. What Real Madrid were doing with their two midfielders, they were dropping back to form that line in the defense. And that's why you will find Kante was finding those acres of spaces to link up with Pulisic and creating those loads of chances, which I think we should have been 3-0 up on halftime, which we never took those chances. So in the second half, what happened? Those midfielders were not dropping back. They pressed Jorginho. Yeah, they had 2 men on Jorginho, and we couldn't build from the midfield. Like in the middle, we couldn't build up from the midfield, and that's what happened in the second half. But when Tuchel made changes, I think it was the 67th minute, we were going longer on the wings and finding Ziyech and Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz was playing wide down the right, and Ziyech was playing wide on the left, and that was giving us space to hoof the ball to try and pick those 2 players, and that's how we were creating better chances from 67th minute going onwards. But still, we couldn't take them. So I think the second half was balanced. It was very tactical. Players were tired, and that's why it ended 1-1. So yeah, that's what I think about the second half.
No, I hear a lot of what you said. We're obviously joined by Professor, who's a City fan. What did you make of Chelsea's performance today? Okay. You're here. You're here. Perfect. What did you make?
Sorry, bit of sound difficulties. Can you repeat the question?
What did you make of Chelsea's performance today?
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone.
Evening.
I think Chelsea will have come away with that happy. Getting the away goal. I think second half, Madrid were creating more chances, but I don't think the Chelsea fans can complain really coming away with an away goal. It's
Yeah, no, I hear that. Everyone watching, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Massively helps us over here. I was just having a little gander at our future projections. Don't know how true they are, but if they're true, then I'll be buzzing. What did you make of Real Madrid then as well? So Chelsea, probably the happier of the two, but what were your thoughts on Madrid?
I was surprised actually, because going into the game, I actually thought Madrid were going to win the game. I thought they would do what they did to Liverpool and win quite comfortably. So, as has been Tuchel's hallmark since he's come in at Chelsea, making them quite strong defensively. They went there and completely stifled Madrid. So putting them on the back foot now, essentially going. Chelsea, I could easily see Chelsea grinding out a 0-0 draw next week or whenever that second leg's going to be and going through to the final.
Next week, yeah. No, I totally agree. Shal, what do you think about next week then? I don't know if we'll be doing a preview, but what do you expect to see next week? Do you expect to see Tuchel sort of stay back and really defend, or do you expect him to try and nick a goal?
I think there's several things that need to change. I don't think Werner needs to be starting. I think maybe start with Mount, Havertz and Pulisic. Well, it's the only time that we started that we've got over 2 goals. Now, that sounds like a clever idea to me to be starting this. If it doesn't work, we have 5 subs. It's not like we have 3, we have 5. I want to see the same kind of the way we perform today. I'd like to see a little bit more given. I'd like us to be a little bit more awake in the defensive area. Make sure little slips like that don't get past, especially with Benzema. Like, keep an eye on him. Keep your eyes on him. Have eyes in the back of your head. Like, make sure you're on him. If Ramos is back next week, which is rumored to be, that's going to be an interesting one, to be honest. Eden Hazard really didn't do much for me. Don't want to be a dick. I do love Eden Hazard, but I feel like I didn't really kind of notice him, to be honest. But no, I want to see more of my team. I'd like to see our defensiveness be a little bit more awake, a little bit more alert, be on the ball. Our midfield, maybe maybe Jorginho, Kovacic start if Kovacic is fit enough. You can bring Kante on, or maybe just leave Kante on. I don't know. Andrew's like, yes, leave him on. Okay, Andrew, we can leave Kante on. We can leave Kante on. For you, yes. So we'll leave Kante on. Maybe bring Kovacic on at the end. Maybe so we can get a couple of minutes if we're winning. But the front three really has to be Havertz, Pulisic, and Mount for me. It really does. I think but I would maybe like to see Giroud get some minutes in the match in the Champions League. I think if we need a goal, let's be realistic. Giroud has been one of those players that when we need a goal most, he is coming in at those big moments to get those goals. Now, if we have an issue next week where we need that goal, we need to bring Giroud on because he is that player that is capable and has done it many a times to do that. But yeah, I think we need to just up our back. Our defense needs to up its game. Our midfield needs to up its game, and then just have Havertz, Mount, and Pulisic, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, no, I hear with everything you've said. What I've noticed is Hudson-Odoi was in the team a lot when Tuchel first came. Barely getting a game now, so fuck knows what's going on there.
I would like to see Hudson-Odoi in there as well. Thanks, please and thank you.
Maybe against Fulham. Maybe a bit of Callum against Fulham.
I'm quite happy with that.
Players, because with Fulham, whoever you pick should, in theory, be enough to get you the win you'd expect. Slen, what do you want to see in terms of next week? What do you think you'll see? Do you think you'll defend strong, or do you expect Tuchel's going to go out there, try and snatch a goal in theory?
In terms of lineup, I think I think it will be very good if we try to do what we did against City. Against City, we had Ziyech and Timo Werner up front. They were just roaming up front. And stop raising your hands. Can I talk? So we were defending with 8. No, actually, yeah, we were defending with 8. Mount was roaming. Was roaming just as a number 10, I think. Yeah, and we were just defending and just moving the ball around and trying to hoof it to pick a run of Ziyech and Timo Werner. I think it will be wise for us to just play that calm match like we did against City. We were playing very well. We were passing here and there and trying to find those runners against any. There's no defense that can beat Ziyech and Werner on pace. Yeah. So I think it will be very good if we can do what we did against City, and they looked very average, and I think we can do very well if we replicated that to the second half, the second leg.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Just to clarify, that the same team for Man City, near abouts enough, was playing today. And we were not clinical enough in our finishing in the final half.
I'm not talking about being clinical or setting up the same way. But it was a very different match.
But if we need a goal, Werner can't be playing. Sorry, I'm going to be horrible here. If we need a goal, Werner cannot be playing. You need to put Havertz, Pulisic, and Mount. It's the only time we've gone over 2 goals, and it's the only opportunity that I've seen the most opportunities. So yes, Werner doesn't need to play.
What I want to see is a mid block with Ziyech and Timo Werner playing up front. Like, they don't have to join the others. They just play in front so that we can hoof those balls. I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say. I just want us to be.
No, I think I get exactly.
I hope someone is trying to.
So you want to change an entire system. To which
this is what we did against City.
One minute.
And actually,
1 minute. Let me.
Okay.
Right. So, you want to change an entire system to then play 2 up front, one of which being Ziyech, right? You want to then play hoofball against Madrid for 90 minutes.
Actually, I thought that was.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what type of teams play hoofball?
Don't even mention Burnley. I'm not talking about.
No, that's precisely the teams that play hoofball.
No, listen.
I don't expect. I don't expect
I don't know.
any.
I don't know if you guys watched us against City.
I do not expect any team in a Champions League semi-final to be playing.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
No
Did you
way.
watch City's game? Did you watch our game against City? Yeah, was that hoofball that was not us dropping deep and trying to pick up runners?
Of course it wasn't. What it was is that was going through Mason Mount.
What
you
we
basically
did,
you were connecting it through Mason Mount, who then was able to connect it with the two runners.
And that's what's wrong with that if it wins two matches?
You said it was
to be fair, Niall.
That's ridiculous.
To be fair, honestly,
right?
Let me just finish. I'm sorry. Let me finish.
This one is over the top.
Huh?
We only got a goal today by hoofing one over the top of the.
Yeah, but I don't expect to see hoofball in the Champions League semi-final.
So, do you want to say we played a bad match against City?
Did I fucking say that? Fuck.
No, I'm asking a question. Are you trying to say that we played like Burnley against City?
When the hell did I say you played poorly against City?
I'm asking, is that what you mean?
No, what I'm saying is when you say hoofball, I vision Burnley, right? Which is true, because that is hoofball. What I saw against City was you getting it to Mount, who was able to then connect it forward with your runners. You weren't playing extreme hoofball. Half the time, either one of your wing backs or whatever you call them these days would then try and move the ball upfield a bit more, possibly by bypassing your midfield and trying to get it past into Mount, who had Fernandinho on sort of butter on bread. Like, Fernandinho couldn't handle Mount. And then Mount would then be looking at the runners of Werner and Ziyech. That's not hoofball. Jesus Christ.
So that's exactly what I want to see against Real Madrid in the second leg. I want to see a team that has a front two of Ziyech and Timo Werner. Like, I want us to pick those runs. Yeah, when you have the chance, just pick those runs and punish them. That's it.
That's not hoofball then.
Whatever it is.
Don't ever use the word hoof. No, you don't.
I said you hoof. Okay, we can move on. We can move on. Whatever.
Not only wait for Champions League semi-final. Jesus Christ.
Whatever the name you call it, guys. Let's just move on. But I want to see that game against City played against Real Madrid in the second leg.
Excellent. Andrew,
I think he's just saying that he wants us to exploit the high line that Madrid have been using, which is how we actually got our goal today.
I got triggered.
I must admit, right.
I got triggered by the word hoof.
I must admit, though, I agree that
I'm not English, so
Madrid's high line is what worked for us today. To be fair, and it was actually, one simple ball from the defense straight over the top to Pulisic, which is what got us our goal. So I'm happy for us to do whatever works. And I think, if you look at our previous games, I think that's something that Tuchel probably looked at, because we never do that. You watch our last, however many games under Tuchel, we're never really trying to ever just hoof balls over the top from our defenders straight to our forwards. And yet today we were. And I think obviously I think that's to do with Tuchel. He's looked at, how Madrid set up and seen that, they play very high. And, today we did just hoof one over the top, and that's the only reason we got a goal.
So I'm just watching something Jeannie's put on Out of Context. I was hoping you'd carry on for at least another 40 seconds, but I didn't get my wish. Andrew, I haven't asked you what do you want to see from Chelsea next week? What's your thoughts?
I hope and think he's going to choose nearly the same lineup. The only question, probably in his maybe not even in his mind, is if Kovacic comes back, possibly, but maybe think it was too soon, or does he start Reece James at right wing back? next week instead of Azpilicueta? And then do you put Aspi back in the 3 or do you leave him out? That would be. I think he'll go for near enough the same lineup. Just maybe a couple of things he's got to think about. I think the one thing he will. I don't think even if Kovacic comes back at the weekend, I don't see him starting next Wednesday at all. I think the one thing he has is does he keep Azpilicueta at right wing back? Does he bring Reece James in, and then does he leave Dave out, Azpilicueta out altogether? You know, does he put him back into the 3? Does he drop him? So, because I think he'll still play Werner next Wednesday. I still think he'll look to exploit them with his pace because they've got to still come out and score. So, I think it'll be near enough the same team. I think what's going to be important is this weekend. I think he's going to make at least 4 changes. I don't think Thiago Silva plays. I don't think Kante plays for starters, and I don't think Chilwell plays either. I think Alonso will come in. And probably even Reece will come in at right wing back. So those 2 possibilities, but I think it'll be near enough the same enough team next week, barring injuries. So
yeah, I'm just going to leave this here. Chelsea's in the Champions League.
He is. He has been saying it since he's been saying it before Atletico Madrid. So
Literally, he said it fake.
Yeah.
Big up to Craig in the comments as well.
Yeah.
FYI, if you are not following the out of context Let's Talk Premier League, you absolutely must be following it.
You're missing out. You're missing out on so much.
Also, if you want to see my Photoshop abilities on my phone, go check out my timeline from last night, and you'll see quite an.
Oh my God, it was beautiful.
It was very good. What you can do on a phone.
It's very artistic and creative. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Can I add something on what Andrew said, please?
Just in a second. Who is in control of that account now? The other account is Joke Saha. The new video is so good. The person who's running it, I'll say it now. It is Genie, the puppet. The puppet master is working with the puppets. Is what he said yesterday. It was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that's the one he's in control of. I'm in control of the other one that I tried to use, and I need to get someone to work on that one for me. That's what I need to do, or with me, shall I say. Mr. Potter saying, I've heard there's a massive dust storm covering London tonight after a storm came from Sunday night.
I have no idea. Don't think that's true.
Yeah, from the Tottenham Trophy. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Tottenham Trophy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Slim, what did you want to say, bro?
Andrew, you talked about starting Reece James on the right. I think if Callum will not play against Fulham, he'll be very instrumental in trying to give us a win against Real Madrid next week. I think Alonso comes in on the left. He's the one who remains back when we are attacking, and Callum attacks, like he hugs the touchline and just runs, and we try to pick him with those long balls. I think he'll be very good. I can't remember which game he did that all game, but he didn't do anything. He didn't cross any ball that was finished. But I think he can do very well if we can decide to do that. Like play Callum as a right wing back, hug the touchline, make him run. We saw today Marcelo was moving to be a DM or a central defensive midfielder when he's not going forward. I think that space vacated by Marcelo, Callum can try and punish Real Madrid with. And I think, yeah, those are my thoughts.
Cool. Russ, you've given your thoughts, haven't you, about next week? Oh, you haven't. Russ, what's your thoughts for next week?
No, I just jumped in a few times throughout.
I just remember you talking when I was trying to. I remember you talking when I was trying to watch that thing, and then you stopped talking, so I had to stop watching what Genie had created.
No, I just.
What's your thoughts for next week?
I just want to see us compact and smart. I think that's it. That's all we need to do next week now is we need to play compact and we need to play smart. And, if there's a chance to get a goal, great. If there's not, who cares?
Just get the away goal.
We go through right now as it stands. If it's 0-0, I couldn't care less. Whatever it takes for us to get through that next game, I'd be quite happy for it to end 0-0.
Yeah.
But I think, just play compact, play smart. Don't switch off is the main thing next week. The players just need to concentrate for 90 minutes. Just full concentration. No lapses. No switching off. No going to sleep, because Real Madrid will hurt us. If you give them, just even a small chance, they can hurt us. So, I just want to see everyone switched on and compact.
Yeah, no, I hear you. What about you, Professor? What are you expecting to see from Chelsea next week?
In the second leg?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty much more of the same. They'll try to get the goal. They'll probably and try to break down Madrid best they can. I think it's going to be a very open game, actually. I think both will go for it. It should be good. It should be good. Yeah,
no, I hear that.
But without wanting to tempt fate ahead of City's game tomorrow, if either team if City did reach the final and either of those teams played like that in the final, I don't think City would have much to worry about.
Judging by how City have been performing recently, I think City may
they did great. They did great in that game against Chelsea recently, didn't they?
Now.
No, I think the performance against Spurs was diabolical. I thought Spurs pathetic. I thought Better City extremely wasteful there. But Mr. Potter saying, I think Chelsea will shut them down. Madrid have been crap this season. Let's hope for the W. Absolutely, I'm sure that's what most Chelsea.
We don't have to. Sorry, 0-0. Give me a 0-0. We go through an away goal.
I don't think it's going to be an open game, and we're not going to.
What I'm saying is, if it gets to like 87 minutes and it's still 0-0, you don't want us throwing everyone up front, or it's like that. It's like
absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like 0-0. It's like 0-0 gets us through, guys. You know what I mean?
Slen's commenting in the chat for some reason. He says, "I want to see Kovacic in the second half if he'll be fit. Just control the mid." I mean, that seems fair.
I don't. Well, possibly if he's fit, it might. Yeah.
Ali, I'm not even going to say that. I don't even know how to say that name. Alcoyano knocked out Madrid in the Copa del Rey.
Real Madrid don't care about Copa del Rey.
Yes. No, it's not one of the major ones, is it? But let's do a few predictions before we wrap up. Shal, we'll start with you. We'll start with tomorrow's game between Manchester City and PSG. What do you think the score's going to be in the first leg?
3-2.
To who?
PSG, obviously.
Well, you don't need to give that face. I'm not a fucking mind reader, am I?
No. I don't expect. No, I don't. I just can't see Cancelo, Diaz. I can't see John Stones competing with the likes of Neymar and Mbappe. That's like going to Primark and going to Harrods. They're two different places, and John Stones is Primark. I think enough said. Like, let's be realistic.
That's a fair one. What about you, Slen? What do you think the score in tomorrow's game will be?
What I think, it's what I want. I want City to win. Yeah, I want to go to the final with City because we know what PSG does to us. And in the last few attempts that we tried to go beyond the round of 16 and we were playing against PSG, they were beating us on every opportunity. So I don't want to play them in the final. I can't see Aspilicueta, Christensen, Silva stopping Mbappe and
a score prediction for Man City versus PSG. Excellent.
2-1.
Andrew, I am not trying to wrap this up quickly, but I'm trying to get the predictions and not delve into a full-blown preview of tomorrow's game. That will turn this stream into a mega one.
Okay.
Andrew, what do you think the score prediction tomorrow will be?
It's either going to be 2-1 PSG or 2-2.
Which one are you going for?
I'll go 2-1 PSG.
2-1 PSG. Are they home or away?
They're
Is it
home.
the Etihad?
They're home.
So it's at the Etihad, yeah?
I think they're more I'll leave it as I think they're more dangerous away than at home. That's what I think.
No. That's fair. That is fair. Russ, what about you?
Well, my two score predictions were exactly the same as Andrew, so I'll go for the opposite one just to make things interesting and say 2-2.
2-2 for Russ. What about you, Professor, obviously being a City fan?
You're on mute if you're speaking, bro. He's good.
Well, last
he's-
but by no means least. Look, I'm going to put my reputation on the line. I'm going to put my PhD
Go on.
and all my degree on the line here. I'm going to say City. Come on, City.
What was the
What
score?
score?
Hello, can you hear me?
Sort of broke it.
Yeah.
What was the score? We'll never know now. No, we'll never know. And if that's
I think he said 2-1.
But no, we'll come back and say whatever the score is. He'll just say, "Yeah, that's what I told you." He'll just come back and say it.
What score did you say? It broke up just as you said the score.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
I think the professor might be having some technical difficulties.
Hear me?
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we can hear you.
What was the score? Hang on.
Oh God.
oh.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Yeah. What's your score? Your score?
I think Florentino Perez must have cut my feed, but what I was saying is I'm going to put my reputation on the line. I'm going to gamble all my degrees, all my qualifications, my PhD, my professorship. I'm going to say City are going to win 2-0 tomorrow.
Wow. Okay. 2-0. Oh.
You're not going to concede to Neymar and Mbappe.
So you're telling me that Primark John Stones is going to stop Harrods, Neymar, and Harrods Mbappe from getting in and getting a goal? I don't think so. You know PSG are going to get a goal. Let's not be as
Well, the way I
delusional.
see it doesn't matter whether you're buying clothes from Harrods or Primark. They're all made in the sweatshop. So
You're acting like a Spurs fan. Absolutely
He's
delusional.
saying it. He's Charlotte. He's giving his heart score. He's giving his fans score.
He's saying
it from the heart.
So the sound is really bad here. I don't know whether it's on my end or your end.
It must be in the Madrid rain still, mate. Something like that.
He's saying it with Cheshire, but let's do second. Let's do second leg. Let's do second legs now. So we'll start with Chelsea. Shal, what's going to be the score at Stamford Bridge?
2-1. Is what I'd like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And what about you, Stan?
1-0 in favor of Chelsea.
1-0 to Chelsea. Andrew, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with Slen. I think we're going to win 1-0.
1-0. And what about you, Russ?
Just to make things interesting, I'm actually going to go with 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. Professor, we'll try you again. What do you think the City, what do you think the Chelsea score next week will be?
Hello.
Class is out, guys.
It's a blank 0-0. It's gone 0-0.
I think he said Chelsea are going to win 4-0. Was that?
Oh, great! You're my new.
Hopefully we'll get him back soon. But let's quickly just say who's going through to the final. Then obviously all of you are saying Chelsea.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's the score prediction for Chelsea? Next leg, second leg.
No, he's got on mute. He's having problems now. He's
Class is out, Niall.
So who are you lot going to be facing in the final?
PSG.
PSG.
I said, yeah, no. I like I said, I think PSG are more dangerous away. I can see them doing. I can see them winning tomorrow night and then getting a draw away at City to put them through. So I think. Listen, I want PSG because I told you why. I want to see Neymar crying in the final when we beat them. So that's what I want. And for more to pile on the Neymar fanboys for them to complain about how it's someone else's fault and it's not his fault. You know what I mean? That's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I agree with Andrew, but I want to see Tuchel get revenge on Poch. Poch came in after three matches and got this trophy that Tuchel earned. I want revenge, and I basically want to show all Spurs fans that Poch is still a fraud.
Football karma dictates it. No, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Slen, who do you think you'll be facing in the final?
I want to face City just to keep them waiting for that European title.
We can let PSG do that. We don't need to do it ourselves.
I want to face City. Don't get me wrong. I would love to face City in the final, but I don't.
If we're
think they
being
get past
realistic,
PSG.
if we're being realistic,
I do hear that. I do hear that. But Professor, if you unmute yourself, we might be able to hear you. Who do you think will? What do you think? What's the overalls? Who do you think's going to be in the final? I was trying to figure out what question I was to ask, but who are you? Who's going to be in the final?
No, he's done. He's done. No, his connection's done. His connection's done.
He can restart his link, I think.
I don't know what's wrong
with
my sound today. I don't know if you heard my City prediction earlier. I was maybe I'm being it's a bit with my head and a bit with my heart, but I'm going to go with 2-0. I think City have been building to this for a while. If they're going to put in a star performance, it's going to have to be tomorrow. So I'm going to say 2-0 to that. I think you asked, the other question was, who do I think will get to the final out of Madrid or Chelsea?
Who's going to be in the final, both teams?
Who's in the final?
I mean, obviously, given the scoreline, you'd have to put the, ahead of Madrid. But, it's on a knife edge. You can't say it's done and dusted at 1-1. Had it been 2-1, then, obviously there would have been a bit of breathing space there. But, I think we're good odds on a City-Chelsea final.
Yeah, that's a fair one. Mr. Potter saying Man United beat PSG now in the Champions League. Man City will win, no doubt, 3-2. Velvetran saying Frank did all the hard work in the FA Cup and the Champions League.
Oh, jog on, Vel.
And Sonny saying, what in the Tesco Wi-Fi is this? we love to see it. We do love to see it. But we are going to wrap up there. Chelsea, they got the away goal. They're not through, but they'll be hoping to go through on away goals or snatch a 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. Who will face that? Who will be joining them? Will it be Manchester City? Will it be PSG? We'll find that one out in the next 2 weeks. We'll be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow, Mr. POTUS. Got 2 good streams for you tomorrow. That is a fact. So we've got Let's Talk Tactics 5 p.m. with myself and Jeannie looking over the weekend's tactics. That's going to be a good one. 9 p.m. we've got Good Evening versus Trust the Process and Manchester United versus Roma preview for Thursday night, which I'm sure is going to be an interesting stream. I've got the Arsenal lot sorted. I just need to go get the other lot, the lot from Manchester. I'll sort that out tonight. So that's the streams for tomorrow. But yeah, Trust the Process versus Good Evening. I'm excited. I'm excited. But make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. It massively helps us out. That's for sure. Go check out all our socials. They've been on the ticker on the bottom, all streams. So I don't need to read them all out to you, apart from our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL. And obviously the no context one, which Jeannie is running. All links are in the description. But Charles, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Strong TV. Find me on the First XI on a Thursday. Find me on GNA on a Friday. Find me on Football Terror for Kendall show on a Friday. You can find me on Bits and Bob's show on a Tuesday. Yeah. And make sure you subscribe to this channel too. Thank you. Bye.
100%. Slim, where can they find you?
Yeah, so they can find me on Twitter at Shedend2, on Instagram at OfficialSlen, and where else? On YouTube at The Shedend. And here, every time there is a Chelsea chat. And please remember to like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends. Yeah, let's make a family.
100%. Do agree
Until you
with
buy
that.
me dinner first.
Andrew, you're already the godfather, mate. You're already the godfather. But talking of Andrew, where can they find you, buddy?
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Hello. Sorry. Yeah.
What's
Someone
going
just
on
said.
with
Yeah.
everyone's
Someone
bloody
just.
microphones?
No, it's just that someone tried to call me on Skype, so it's come to it. Subscribe to this channel. I'll be in this channel for the Chelsea show on Fridays, but anytime no one wants me on, stuff like that, reactions to the Chelsea game, stuff like that. Charlotte's channel, Chelsea watch-alongs, wrestling show, everything but football show. You follow me on Twitter, that's Winter Surfer. It's got links to the channel run with Primal Will and the Nexus. It's a geek culture channel. We'll be discussing all geek stuff on there. But more importantly, part of KHNO Football. Yesterday we got to 1,000 subs, and we're over that. So that's one of our main goals there that we were able to achieve. We will be doing a special 1K video once we have everything sorted out of what's going to be on it, everything like that. Yesterday we started a new rival show, going through different results with LAN. So yeah, follow us on that one. The link to that channel is also on my Twitter page. Follow that. With Charlotte on Bits and Bob's channel, Corner on the Cobham every Tuesday at 7. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Andrew is basically anywhere on the YouTube to see it. Russ, where can they find you, bud?
You're mute.
I just wanted to join in with all the technical issues.
I was just about
CFC underscore Russ on Twitter.
I was about to walk out the room.
CFC underscore Russ on Twitter, and just on this channel, to be honest, quite a lot of the time whenever I'm not busy. So help us get to 250 subscribers. If you've watched a lot of our streams, you might not have even realized that you're not subscribed.
Yeah.
Make sure you like the videos. That's about
100%,
it.
I totally agree with that.
Turn your notifications on.
Yes, make sure you have got notifications on. Professor will try and connect with you. Where can they find you? Where can they find you?
Yes!
Professor seems to be having some technical difficulties tonight. That's
Technical difficulties too, Professor O'Neill.
That PhD hasn't got you good Wi-Fi, has it, Professor? I mean, come on, sort yourself out there.
Professor Wigglytuff is his name. I think you can find him on Twitch. If you go search for him, that will be amazing. As I said, tomorrow we will be back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I don't know what's happening tonight. I think it must be my political enemies trying to conspire against me, interfering with my feed. But find me at the usual place, Professor Wigglytuff PhD on Twitch. Reach out to me if you want to talk anything football, politics, anything. Well, anything legal.
Make sure you go check out Professor as well. As I said, tomorrow we'll be back with Let's Talk Tactics 5 p.m. with me and Jeannie. Then we also have, as I said, Good Evening versus Trust the Process and United versus Roma match preview, or the previews for tomorrow. mute. There we go. There was certainly no sound issues when I was trying to vlog that as well. But yeah, make sure you check out them videos tomorrow. They're going to be absolutely brilliant. A big thanks to everyone that's been watching. As everyone said, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel with notifications on. It does massively help us out. Also, share the streams out with all your mates as well. If there's someone who likes a bit of football that you know, send them our way. We do all of the big four, the original big four. I haven't sorted out City and Spurs yet. That's a to-do list in the summer. But a big thanks to everyone watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m.